How's it going, everybody? This is Bruce from CincySlots.com. It's been a minute since we've spoke. Just wanted to go over some new Revoslot cars that are in stock today, as well as a few previously released ones. Well, I say a few, a couple that were previously released, plus a 3D print job that I've been messing around with. So I wanted to show you how that's going, and that's pretty much it. It's been quite slow as far as actual new releases. We've had a couple collections come in. They're pretty much all posted by now. There's still some of the other stragglers that, they were either used or didn't have a picture of the actual car, so I still had to do that. Maybe something special about it that just kept it from getting listed by now. So other than those, I'd say we're pretty well caught up to this point on the collections. So let's get into the 3D job first before we move on to the Revoslot. So a customer of ours found out that we were doing 3D printed stuff, and he sent me a file from someone he knows and wanted to know if I was interested in trying it out. So of course I was. It's been a month or two. I've had too much stuff on the printer to get to this, and now I've been able to. So this is what I'm currently working on. This is kind of a rough print, but you get the idea. It's the Nissan. It does come with a couple different chassis. You can have the 4-post mount like this one. This one is set up for the slotted chassis. There is one that's a 3-point chassis where it screws together or attaches in the center, and these outside holes are not there, so it gives a little bit of slop or play that way. And then there's also one that's a solid chassis, but even though it's solid, this motor mount section still has a little bit of play, because the plastic, while it's all attached, it has some lines missing, so the motor pod still has some play. So that's what the chassis looks like. And this printed right off my printer, and I mean, look at how clean that is. That's very nice. It's got the holes for the front axle, top and bottom. The only thing, and I've already told him this, that annoys me about this is why you would go to all this work to get the detail. I mean, it's got all the body lines, all the air intakes and whatnot, but they didn't put any body posts to mount this to. So now, well, it's not a huge deal, but you would just think if you're going to go to all the work to do this, that you would just put simple body mounts in there for the person making it. So now he did send me yesterday for the file for the body mounts. I don't know why I didn't even think about doing that myself, but I'm gonna take his idea and make my own. His would work, but I kind of like the idea that I'm gonna have, so I'm gonna go with that. And then here's the wing. Really nothing exciting to see there, but it does mount. I don't know if I can get it to stay in. I've had it in and out so many times there, but yeah, it's got the wing Looks crooked on there, but you know, when it's in place, it'll be just fine. And they had it so it would print on its side. My problem with that is whenever I've done that, you get this, I don't know if you can see it, but see how you got this really rough support, and you can scrape a lot of it away, but you don't want that on the side of your car. That's going to look terrible. And I am new to 3D printing, so you know there may be a better way to do this, but I printed it right side up. So of course this is all filled with supports, and so that gives you all that extra debris. And you know, I haven't tried any sanding. I've just used small screwdrivers to just scrape it away. And I'm not making this as a car that's going to be raced because one, it's heavy, and two, I got to figure out how to do a windshield. They did send a file for a mold for the windshield, so you know you would have to vacuum mold, so you would have to put the plastic over that mold and do the magic of bending it into a windshield. They also have a vacuum form for a Lexan interior. Again, same problem, but I've got plenty of interiors that I could make work, so I'm not too stressed over that, but the window could be a problem. So that's what I'm working on, and I will give you updates as I work on this more. But being that it's summertime, it's probably not going to get a lot of attention. So let's move on to the Revoslots. So everyone knows probably the most popular Revoslots this year were the Dotsons. Very nice, awesome colors, very clean tampo printing. The paint looks great. We do have a couple back in stock, or at least when I left the shop they were. Probably gone by now. So we've got a couple each of the second run of these. I don't believe there is a single bit of difference between the first run and the second, other than you had to wait longer. So if you missed them and you want them, you better get going. Now for the new releases. Dun, dun, dun. These cars, Revo in general, are just so awesome. Very little work to get them to run their best, and they look just unbelievable. There's the first one. That one is Johnny O'Connell. It's got Ron Fellows are the two big names on here. Then you have this one, which is, I think Fellows was on this one. No, Kelly Collins, both Earnhardts, and then Andy Pilgrim. And we met him at a Chevrolet dealership in northern Kentucky. And there was a fly Corvette that had the yellow back, and it had like black stripes on the side of the hood and then some white that Andy Pilgrim drove. And so I took it over to the dealership when he was in town signing autographs, so he signed that one. Really nice guy. So I'm not sure which car I'm gonna pick because this one is pretty sweet. We can get a good focus on there. Now, I've not these just came in about an hour ago, so I haven't gone to look. But I could have sworn this had a different number, at least the fly version had a different number than 2. But I will check that out and see. But I really like the way this one looks, but I kind of like the list of, you know, having Dale Sr., Jr., and Andy Pilgrim on there. As far as Kelly Collins, I mean, he's a huge name too, but doesn't really resonate much with me. So I'm not a Chevy guy to begin with, but these cars are sweet. So there you have it. If there's anything you're looking for, shoot us an email. Be sure to check out our specials page. So when you go to CincySlots.com, all you gotta do is click shop, scroll down to specials, and it'll take you to, oh gosh, there's probably 5 or 6 pages of new, but cars that have damage, or they're used, or, you know, maybe it's just a body, maybe it's just a chassis, all kinds of different items there. All the Carrera cars, we normally don't do much in Carrera analog, but one of the collections we bought had quite a bit of analog. So be sure to check out that page. We do have some older digital Carrera stuff, like the, what was that, the Morgan Plus? It was the older one, you know, a little 2-seater. We also got the Morgan Aeromax, got a couple of those, a bunch of DTMs, Porsche 91730s. So yeah, go check it out. We got quite a bit there. Yeah, that's it. Nothing else new to report, unfortunately. So as soon as something comes in or some news, we do have, as you've probably seen elsewhere, the Thunderslot Ferraris that are coming. We do have some of those on order. So if you're interested in getting them, let us know. Okay. I guess it's time to stop. I'm getting tired. So, all right. Again, CincySlots.com. Check us out. We also have a YouTube channel. You can just search Cincy Slots, and make sure you tune in for Two Line Slot Cars with Marty Ford on Tuesday nights starting at 8. All right. Have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one.